lot of people walk up to me on the street. Apparently I'm a celebrity. They ask, yo Lofty,
when's your next video coming out?
and to that, I tell them, gotta have a little patience. Usually I give them the oh so sweet, it'll be soon. I'm a reactor. I react to things now. School lockdown stories 2. Let's get it.
I'm 22 years old, fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my old high school as a sort of computer intern in the school basement.
Oh my
The
gosh.
basement of the school is very messy and disorganized.
What is this thing?
But there is a small 3-person office that's actually very nice down there. It has 3 nice big desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat screen TV mounted on the wall,
Really?
and oh so satisfying air conditioning, a luxury the students and teachers cannot enjoy in the school. And of course all the school servers and other computery stuff.
What type of
I
school
got the
doesn't
job
have air
because
conditioning?
3 of my old computer teachers flat out adored me. I could actually consider them as real friends, not just teacher figures. So they all helped tremendously in landing me this job.
Nice.
It's been great. Until something that happened a few weeks ago.
What happened?
My 2 co-workers that
Lockdown?
shared the office with me, Dave and Gary, weren't in the office at the time.
Of course they wouldn't be.
They were upstairs working on papers or whatever. I was eating my sandwich during my lunch break when I got a phone call from one of the women in the front office telling me the school was on lockdown and that somebody, possibly armed, had entered the school.
Oh my gosh.
There wasn't much that I could do other than turn off.
Yo, I never understand this. They get the message so quick. That office lady, she always has eyes everywhere.
The lights because, surprisingly, as nice as this little office was, it didn't have an actual door to it, just a big opening, and the door to the whole basement didn't even have a working lock. For my own safety, I did turn off all the lights in the office and my computer screen.
Yeah, he might be
I kept
dead.
my phone on the desk, texting both Gary and Dave, but they wouldn't respond. I sat down there in the dark playing games on my phone for like 20 minutes,
serious?
waiting for the call from up front to tell me to resume working. I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't hear what was going on upstairs from down here. But I was not allowed to make any calls until I was informed that the lockdown was over. Then the noisy basement door opened. As the creaking echoed across the basement and into my office. I sat up from my seat, wondering if I should call out Gary or Dave.
No,
I was
don't
eager
do that.
to get some info from them.
Oh my gosh. Please
Someone
no.
then came running down the stairs and their footsteps were approaching my office. I pushed away my chair and crawled under my desk. Somebody entered the office but did not turn on the lights. There was just silence. I can't even describe the fear I was experiencing. I felt like if I made one sudden noise, I'd be a dead man.
Oh my gosh.
Suddenly, my phone dinged as I got a text message.
He's dead.
I felt my entire world shrivel up and die at that one moment as I clenched my teeth in fear.
Bro, fight him.
Footsteps suddenly moved closer to me until I finally dove out from under the desk in capitulation, begging whoever it was not to kill me. And just then, someone grabbed my arm and pulled me up. It was some guy in a red plaid button-up, jeans, and a reddish-black cap.
Bro.
He told me,
if you don't freaking fight him, in this situation, someone has to die. Either me or him.
"It's okay, I'm just down here hiding with you."
Hiding?
"What's going on up there?" I whispered to him.
He's the killer.
He kind of ignored my question and asked me if there's an exit down here. I told him, yeah, around that way.
Oh my
Before he
gosh.
could do anything else, I asked him, "Who are you?"
Yeah, he's gone.
There was a brief moment of silence.
You shouldn't say
Before
that.
he started explaining he was coming in to pick up his son when a teacher told him to hide. After his explanation,
was
I checked my
capping.
phone and saw the text I received was from Dave. It said, "Dude, this is fucking crazy. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and a hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs."
Bro.
I was about to reread that text out loud to the man.
No, he's gonna
until
shoot
I
you.
realized. I looked up and felt my
He's
stomach
gonna shoot
sink.
you, bro.
The man seemed to catch on to my suspicious stare.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's hard to remember the people we used to be.
A gunshot echoed through the basement and I could hear the bullet ricochet off something metal in the darkness.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
But
gosh.
thank God the bullet missed me and I made it upstairs. Fortunately, police were waiting at all exits, including the basement exit, and caught the man the second he opened the door. More good news, our teacher Mr. Buckley survived the gunshot. It was later determined that the man and Mr. Buckley had some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed. All we know is that Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction. And I know that the sound of that gunshot will forever echo in my mind.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love those.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight up the
I want you guys to kind of leave some suggestions as to what you want me to react to next.
I've always been a night person.
Same.
So I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was decidedly not a night person, went to sleep. To pass the time, I used to go for long walks and spend the time thinking.
That's kind of...
I spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night.
Alright,
and
man.
never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommates that even the drug dealers in the city were polite. But all of that changed in just a few minutes of one evening.
Alright.
It was a Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning,
really just be...
and I was walking near a police-patrolled park quite a ways from my apartment. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight, with very little traffic and almost no one on
you're
foot.
in a park, so...
The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty. I went down a short side street in order to loop back down my apartment when I first noticed him. At the far end of the street, on my side, was the silhouette of a man dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to a waltz, but he finished each box with an odd forward stride. I guess you could say he was dance walking, headed straight for me. Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and wearing an old suit. He danced closer still until I could make out his face. His eyes were open wide and wild, head tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky. His mouth was formed in a painfully white cartoon of a smile. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer. I took my eyes off of him to cross the empty street. As I reached the other side, I glanced back. And then stopped dead in my tracks.
He's following me.
He had stopped dancing and was standing with one foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me.
Oh my gosh.
He was facing me, but still looking skyward. Smile still wide on his lips. I was completely and utterly unnerved by this. I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. Once I had put about half a block between us, I turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me.
Oh my gosh.
The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For the briefest of moments, I felt relieved, until I noticed him. He had crossed the street and was now slightly crouched down. I couldn't tell for sure due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me. I had looked away from him for no more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. I was so shocked and I stood there for some time, staring at him, and then he started moving toward me again.
Heck no.
He took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps, as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone.
Bro, what's up, man? Bro, I'm sick of this. Every single person here is getting treated like a punk.
Except he was moving very quickly.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to say at this point that I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or cell phone or anything at all.
Bro, I'm tripping him.
I just stood there completely frozen
you're a freaking idiot.
As the smiling man crept toward me.
Bro, he stopped.
And then he stopped again, about a car length away from me. Still smiling his smile, still looking to the sky.
Dude, what's up then?
When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the first thing that came to mind.
No thanks, bro.
What I meant to ask was, what the f do you want? In an angry, commanding tone. What came out was a whimper. What the f?
Man is whimpering.
Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice.
Bro was
that only made me more afraid.
Okay, man.
But he didn't react to it at all. He just stood there, smiling, and then, after what felt like forever, he turned around, very slowly, and started dance walking away.
Oh, you're lucky, dude.
Just like that. Not wanting to turn my back to him again,
Yeah, don't.
I just
yeah.
watched him go, until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something.
Did you run?
He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing.
What happened?
I watched in horror as the distant shape of him got bigger and bigger.
He's running?
He was coming back my way.
Oh my gosh.
He was coming back my way. And this
Yeah, you
time
said
he was
that.
running.
Oh gosh.
I ran too. I ran until I was off the side road and back onto a
Oh my
better lit
gosh.
road with sparse traffic. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be found.
Okay, you're a fast runner. Good
The
stuff.
rest of my way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder,
You
always
stopped to
expecting
walk?
to see his stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in that city for 6 months after that, and I never went out for another walk.
Yeah.
There was something about his face that
Oh my
always
gosh.
haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see.